even lighters. Huh? That's what you get. That's what you get, you rat. Every time I forgot to do this. Is it here? No. It has to be somewhere here. Settings, stream. There you go. Why does it look like that? What's going on here? What? Mm. What? Why is this not working? We're almost there. We're almost there. That looks like it's it. Right there. Alrighty. Send me the code then. Send me the code.
Watch out. I'll eat you alive.
Powered up and ready to go.
That little voice holding you back?
This is your champion.
I honor those who've risen, not those who've fallen.
I'm the jump master. I won't let you down, except by falling.
Hello?
Let's land here.
Sing.
Hold your breath, if you have to breathe.
First blood, round one. Beginning
First blood on the enemy.
We're already in the next ring. Now, we wait.
Heavy ammo here. Barrel stabilizer here. Optics here. Sniper.
Evo harvesters are now available.
Let's go here. Shops open for VIPs only. Mama's got you now.
Remember who hooked you up? I've got your back.
In progress.
We're already inside the next ring. There better be some good news around here.
Champion appointed.
Taking fire!
The champion fell. Shooting.
Enemy shield.
They will be bound.
Arc star out.
Recharging shield.
Pitiful, allowing themselves to be caught.
Attention. Delivery.
I'm taking fire, friends. Incoming care package. I love loot. That's an enemy shield.
Taking fire.
Recharging shield.
Shields are depleted.
I cracked the shield.
Care package over here. Look out, worlds. I'm leveled up and ready to upgrade.
Perfection.
I've selected an upgrade.
Did anybody see where they went? No. Myself here. Okay.
I bet we'll find something good here. Let's do some shopping. My favorite kind of loot. The kind that's all mine. Nice choice. You got to say. Recharging my shields.
Half the squads remain.
Yeah, wait.
Setting up a zip line.
Careful, beautiful. I hear enemies that way.
Taking fire.
Recharging shields.
Caught like a rat in a trap.
There is an airstrike on our position. Watch out.
Grenade out.
Making contact with enemy.
Grenade out.
I am taking fire. Firing.
Phase tear ready.
Recharging shields.
I'm under fire. Down.
Reloading.
Grenade incoming.
Throwing thermite grenade.
Come on. I still need.
Reloading.
Activating jump drive.
Let's go this way.
Round 2. Ring
Heal,
countdown.
heal, heal. The next ring's far. Do not get caught outside. Shields are depleted. Recharging.
Giving my shields a recharge.
Attention, delivering replicator.
I am repairing myself.
Let's go here. Let's do some shopping. Nice choice. You've got good taste.
I am repairing myself.
1 minute until the ring closes. Still got time to loot. Hold on, I need to heal.
The ring is quite far. There is not much time left.
There's some. Let's go there. Don't drive set.
Might gotta hop up here. Gun shield generator.
We have 10 seconds. Move with purpose.
Enemies over there. I wonder what they found.
Zip line deployed. The ring's moving, friends. Keep eyes on the new kill leader.
Let's head that way.
Shoot it. Standing by for care package. Not so fast. Time to mine.
snared.
They're shooting at me. Taking fire.
Recharging shields.
I'm down. Reloading.
Reloading. Shooting at me. Contact with hostile.
Let's do some shopping.
Recharging shields.
You are coming home with me tonight. Healing.
Care package over there. That enemy shield. Reloading. More friends. Cracked an enemy shield. And down. Contact with target.
Hold on, I need to heal.
Papa always said, finish what you started. I'm sorry you didn't. But I did.
I've got a minute to dig up something good before the ring closes. Activating jump drive. They're shooting at me. Throwing jump drive. Hold on, I need to heal. Only 30 seconds left. I'd better be smart with it. Ten seconds to get to the ring.
Warning. Ring closing.
Jump drive set. I've chosen an upgrade. Skill is recharging shields. Taking fire. Jump drive activated.
Target close.
Jump drive in position. Recharging shields.
Beginning ring countdown. Attention. Delivering replicator.
Replicator incoming. Let's make ourselves something nice.
How do you have an EVA 8?
Throwing jump drive.
Why are you shooting?
I've got a minute to take fire. I've reached the highest level. It's truly beautiful from up here. I've got 45 seconds. I could probably grab a few more things. I looted our teammate's banner.
Warning. Ring movement in progress.
Lucky us, we have a noble respawn beacon. I've sharpened my claws with that new upgrade. Let's do some shopping. Mama's got you now.
Round 5. Beginning.
Nice
ring
choice.
countdown.
You've got good taste.
All right.
Gonna be a good match. I can feel it in me stash. I accept the challenge.
Stem to stern, it all spills out.
Introducing your champion.
I'm the jump master. Jump this way.
I don't think I like this man. I don't think I like this man. I don't think I like the beams on top of the locations. It looks so nasty. UI UX was not the top priority for this. Alright, I guess. Oh.
Here we go. It's a long drop. Fun. I think we should move that way. First blood, and it's not us. Wonderful.
Round 1. Beginning ring countdown.
One minute before the ring closes. We have time.
Attention. Evo harvesters
Rings
are
close,
online.
45 seconds on the clock. Today's coming up aces. Seconds to get inside that ring. I'm not thanking you.
Thank you.
Attention. There is a new kill leader.
Keep eyes on the new kill leader. The ring's close. 10 seconds.
Champion eliminated.
Champion out.
Found an extended energy mag here.
Warning.
Level 2.
Ring closing.
We're all outside the ring. Nemesis here.
Oh, look. Evac tower here.
You can't escape.
Attention. Delivering care package.
Care package out there. I need a fresh kill. Let's go here.
Shotgun bolt here. Level 3. Optics here. Sniper. Crafting. 1 minute, friends. Energy ammo here.
Could be fresh blood over there.
This line deployed. I leveled up. To the upgrades. Picked an upgrade, friends.
You can't escape.
Let's move this way.
Another squad attacking.
We should go this way.
Deploy. Doki here. Pick me up.
We should go this way.
Attention. There is a new kill.
Every scar tells a story, mate.
You played dead like a pro.
Hostile right here.
0 damage?
There may be a shooter nearby.
0 damage.
Contact 7.
Alright, let's play ranked because one ranked game. Let's see who's online. I don't know who this guy is for real. New water, dude. Alright, this is not working. Alright, we're gonna play some Warzone then. Oh, I'm sleepy, bro. What's up? What's up? Can you hear me? Dang.
Eliminate all targets with the AR.
Ah, damn, you got somebody on you. I'm going towards you.
Squad's in the safe zone. Gas is closing in.
We need to get this guy. Ah, god damn. This guy's gone.
Mates in the gulag. If they survive, they redeploy. It's down to you, soldier. Bring the win home. Your squad mate failed their mission. They're headed back to base.
Marking target location. Waypoint marked. Marking weapon. Coordinates marked. Sighted loot cache. Indicating armor location. Sighted loot cache. Marking loot.
UAV in the area.
Hostile shooter.
Authorizing LDPR strike on my grid.
Enemy UAV is online.
Effect on target. Pull your shit together.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Ha. Can you hear me? Why can't you hear me?
Move to the safe zone. Gas is moving.
Weapon over here.
Yo, I am lagging.
Marking target location.
I don't like this. Oh,
They're on
dude.
me.
That's a stupid fucking gun.
Success means redeployment. Failure
That was a
means
real
elimination.
stupid gun. Who puts a short snub on a XM4? Come on.
Frank! Watch it!
Ah, come on, dude.
Your fight's over, soldier. Return to base.
sighted.
Gas is inbound. Marking new safe zone. Your squad is getting you out of here. Stand by.
Oh my god.
Use this time for some target practice. Real things coming through. Engines dropping into the area. Watch the skies. All stations, this is Shadow 01. Deployment to the war zone has been authorized. Battle Royale. Keep clear of the gas. Get to the safe zone. Enemy soldier incoming. Marking target location.
Oh my god.
Targets are up. Go take them down. Enemy intel located. Capture and secure the intel point to discover the next gas spread. location.
Hostile shooter. Field upgrade here. C4 out.
Cancel that. Cancel that. Enemy UAV overhead.
Waypoint marked.
Head to the safe zone. You're losing ground. Moving. Squad mate has entered the gulag. They'll need to survive to redeploy. The enemy is no longer tracking you. You lost them. Your squad is barely up. Get this done on your own. Your squad mate lost the fight. They're RTB at this time. Out of time, you've lost the intel. Plane requesting UAV. Marking weapon.
Priority tasking request received. UAV exiting AO.
Enemy UAV is online. Welcome to the Gulag. Fight to win redeployment. Loadout drop headed your way. Earn redeployment or die trying. Warriors, your RTB.
don't know why all of this is red. But what we're trying to do is let's see if this works. Boop, boop, it does not work. Why does it not work? It does have dark mode. The body does. So let me see. Let's see if I can fix this. I'm not having done this in a while, but let's see. So I have a nav and then an unordered list with class navbar links. Okay. So then a nav dot or maybe dot nav bar links. Do I already have that? No, I do already have that. Nav. Is it nav and the nav bar links? I don't want inline block, I just want inline. Does that change anything? Okay, that did change something. Okay. Okay, the dark mode works, but what is the dark mode doing? implement dark mode in Angular 19 involves several approaches including CSS variables, Angular material theming, or third-party libraries. Here's a general approach using CSS variables and okay, so I have the root in source styles.css defined. Okay, I guess so. Here we'll say I guess we'll just copy this. Okay. Okay, so or it'll be done through a theme, I guess. I guess. Okay, well. Then we'll generate service theme. Okay, so now we should have a theme service. Okay, what do we need to do? Okay, so behavior subject. Okay, what do we from Angular core? crazy. Okay, so I think from navbar we have to call it. We would have to import and then instead of emitting, we would instead of emitting what? Instead of emitting, we would do let's see. Of my so we would do it here in the navbar in the constructor. It's a private theme service, and then we would say it's the dark mode equals this theme service dot. Does it have a get value? Well, why are you saying that? Okay, so dark mode is the behavior subject. It's a boolean, starts off as false, and then I'll get rid of this. I don't know how to use it yet. Dark mode, and then dark mode is that this is observable. So observable. Let me put some music. Musicarino. Can you guys hear that? It makes sense what they want me to do, but I'm gonna do it this way. This is the blue service dark mode. Is it gonna get ready? Nah. This? Is that dark mode? Type is not. Oh. is. It's in the theme service. Okay, it's dark mode. I guess I'll name it is observable bullying. I'm passing in. This is dark mode. This should work. This dark mode. Okay, that's exactly what I had before. Okay, so this toggle dark mode would be like this dot theme service dot toggle dark.
the channel points, and you'll see. Wait.
Why nobody is hiring software engineers right now by the senior dev. Alright, my name is Chris Dennis. I'm a KMP developer. Tech support, so they're coming out for that. So we're going to review and watch along, because the software dev market right now is tanked. Everyone pretty much knows that already, but it'll come back. It always comes back. It always has to. There's too much work available for it not to come back. Let me get my big head out of the way here, and just press down here, and let's see what he has to say. I'm gonna speed him up a little. Why not that way?
Whenever I hear people talking about the state of the software development job market, this graph pops up. Basically, the number of open tech jobs ever since 2022 up until now. We went from almost 500,000 openings to barely not even approaching half of that, roughly 2030, 2040s as of now, 2025. Now, of course, if you see this graph, you won't be very optimistic about the market. And I think there's a problem with that, because the reality of software development jobs and of the market as a whole, it's more complex and it's not as depressing as most people want you to believe. I think a more interesting graph is this one. This is a normal skill distribution applied to developer skill. We will talk about this in depth, but let's assume this is a skill distribution in a normal market, specifically in the software development job market, where we are mapping out the number of developers by skill level. Basically, we see under the junior and mid-level level is where most people, let's say roughly 80% of the distribution of the people will be below what is considered senior, and then above senior, about the 20%, this is people that are very experienced experts sit here. Now, again, this is the normal state of an industry. Yet, right now in software industry, we find ourselves into a skewed distribution. This skewed distribution, it's mostly due to tons of junior and mid-level devs who entered the sector in the last 5 years, and of course the management layer on the other side that formed to manage these people. We will analyze these curves in depth, because what's actually happening right now in the market.
Yeah, there's just a whole bunch of juniors and low mid-levels who just got in and that past pump, and they're still in the market saying, where did all the boot camp grads and everyone that was like jumped into software development, or they thought was software development? Yeah, and they're early. Yeah, there's just so many of them because they were told it would be to the moon forever, and they got in there for the money, and they got their new, and their skills don't match actually what is needed these days, and it sucks. But they were told that because so there's a group of people that are like that. There's a bunch of them, and then yeah.
Market is not that software development jobs are disappearing. We are simply going to a big correction. Things are changing, but it's not the end of the world. If you understand the patterns that are emerging in the market, then you can adapt and make sure you have a thriving future as a software engineer. So in today's video, we are going to understand what's happening right now in the software development job market. Based on that, we will understand what's the best thing you can do if you're a software engineer looking to get hired right now. And finally, what does the future hold for software engineers? But first, let's understand how we got here in the first place. And the story goes like this, right? First, we had cheap money for the last 10 years. After the big financial crisis, government wanted to stabilize.
Well, it's a conflation of things.
The economy, and so the central banks dropped interest rates. Of course, cheap money, it's addictive, so we forgot to raise them up. When they were just about to tighten this monetary policy, COVID hit, so then we had, again, cheap money. And now, 2024 and 2025, with inflation going to the roof, central banks saw themselves forced to actually correct this. Now, with the financial sector being in trouble, a lot of this cheap money went to the companies, which got used to having infinite amounts of cash for their project. Not only that, but...
Right. That's the thing. So a lot of these people, they were pantomiming companies, but it was kind of fake because, well, really fake because the money was cheap. It's like low. You can't go 0%. And just expect your business model to like, oh no, we're 0% forever. Everything's fine. No, just print to the moon, and there'll be no corrections anywhere. And they were getting away with it. The thing is, they were getting away with it because they were shipping that money offshore. But when the money was starting to come back and inflate the asset prices, a lot of it went offshore. But then they started to inflate the asset prices. You're like, whoa, I can't afford to live anymore. And so it was the housing stuff that really started to. The stock market part wasn't that bad. This is the one when they started putting money into the housing. That's when people were like, wait a second, what the hell's going on? When little Gen Z's totally priced out, and they're just like going, and the boomers like, make it rock to the moon.
But as I mentioned, in 2019, 2020, the COVID pandemic hits, and what happens? People are locked up, so they are online a lot more.
Very annoying left. I need some more water.
channel is a group of investigative journalists who make educational documentaries showcasing and educating society, especially parents and legal guardians, about potential scenarios that result from young people and adults conversating online if left unchecked. We conduct thorough interviews with consenting adults in an attempt to understand their perspective on why they partake in these conversations online with people that are not of age. The goal of the interviews in these videos and the videos themselves is to gain an understanding of the perspective of the individual being interviewed, so parents and the rest of society can be educated and aware of potential thought processes and desires of adults online to unsupervised persons not of age. These videos are not to cyberbully, harass, degrade, accuse, or threaten any individuals partaking in the interview process or in the video itself. We do not condone any of these actions. These videos are strictly educational, and we grant full permission for academia, which is any classroom setting or in scholarly papers, to show or cite our videos. To ensure that these videos are strictly used for educational purposes, we strictly adhere to YouTube's community guidelines, such as not revealing someone's personally identifiable information, in other words, PII. YouTube defines personally identifiable information as their home address, email addresses, signing credentials, phone numbers, passport number, medical records, or bank account information. We thoroughly look at and edit our videos to ensure that none of this information about any individual is shown in our videos. To ensure extra privacy for each person that is a subject of an interview in any of our videos, as of September 1st, 2022, to thoroughly comply with YouTube's harassment and bullying policy, there will be no mention or information about the last name or first name of any person interviewed in our videos. Due to potentially illegal activities discussed in our videos, law enforcement in the respective jurisdiction we conduct these interviews in is notified of each interview and video filmed by us. We are not accusing any individual interviewed of being guilty or committing a crime. That is the job of law enforcement. We are not vigilantes, and we do not condone vigilantism or vigilante behavior, such as taking the law into your own hand or not notifying law enforcement when a suspected crime takes place. We are investigative journalists. Trigger warning. Some of what can be discussed in these videos can be sensitive to some, emotional, or stressful. The only goal of these videos is to educate the public. At the end of each video, as of September 1st, 2022, there will be an educational portion at the end to discuss what was talked about in the video and to discuss what people can take from that video and learn from and tell others about. Our goal here is to bring awareness and educate the public. Now the video will start.
If you want to get ad-free access of our rawest, unedited, and uncensored catches, exclusive live streams, and behind-the-scenes phone calls, join our locals for the low price of just $10 a month. And don't forget to get yourself something new like our exclusive Air Gordon t-shirt, only on PredatorPoachers.com.
Hey Todd, hey, gotta have a conversation with you about okay, can we just like come out of the car just for everybody's safety? Who? The girls that have been texting you. Just want to have a conversation about it, that's all. Got the messages here, I just want to talk about it, that's it. That's all I want to do.
Okay.
Yeah, so can we make sure that any were in the car, anything there or?
No.
Okay, well, I do want to have a conversation about kind of what's going on, that's it. I know you're a good dude and all that, just want to talk it through.
I'm confused.
Okay, well, I understand. We have the pictures and all that. I just want to talk about it.
What's going on?
Basically, the girls that have been talking to you here in town, I just want to have a conversation about it. That's it, okay?
And you are?
Well, my name's Gordon. Sorry to meet you like this.
Okay. I'm still confused. What you want to talk about, and what's going on?
Well, basically, who's just been talking to you here in the past couple minutes. So I want to talk about her and just make sure everything is good, make sure everything's straight, and that's it.
Okay, everything's good and straight.
Okay, well, I kind of want to just kind of go over what happened, you know.
What happened? Nothing. I've not met anybody.
Okay, I understand. It was just internet talk. I totally understand that, but I recommend we probably should just come out of the car and talk about it, because I don't really want to talk to you in your car. I don't know what you can grab. I mean, I trust you as a person, but you just never know, right?
Well, all right. As you say, I don't know what's going on, and you came up to me,
right?
And you've got, stuff on, and you're holding the bag. I don't.
Right.
Who else is here? I don't know.
Well, I promise you, I'm not here to you or take any money from you or do anything like that. Okay? Like, you don't have to talk to me, but I think we probably should. It's kind of about these pictures that were sent, stuff like that. That's it. Okay?
Okay. So we can talk. My hands are right here. I'm not going to grab anything. I'm just,
I understand it's a lot, dude. I get it. But you know, the reason I'm talking to you is I know you're not malicious. I know you're not a bad person or anything like that. Okay, I just wanted to get it addressed like this. I mean, can we do that?
Yeah, that's fine. You can address it like this. I don't. Once again, I'm not for sure what's going on.
I understand. Yeah, it's the internet. A bunch of crazy shit on there. I get that.
I'm like I said, my hands are where I'm not going to grab anything or anything like that.
Okay.
So, and once again, I don't know what's going on. So, say what you want to say, and I mean, I believe. Say what you want to say. I mean, if you want, I can destroy and cut
Why
off
does the
all
logo
their
not work?
communications.
Okay. So all their so you're gonna block them?
If that's what you, yeah.
Okay. So I think we both know who we're talking about then, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I appreciate it. Yeah, dude. It's like, you know, I'm not here to go back and forth and antagonize or argue. It's just obviously we know that something happened or some people were talking to you. So, may I ask how these girls even found you or met you or anything?
They text me.
Just out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Okay. So before anything, like, how old are these girls? How old are these chicks?
I don't know.
Fair enough. But what do they tell you? I guess you don't really know until you meet them, right? But
Yeah.
like, what do they tell you? That's what I'm
They
asking.
say sometimes they'll say they're 14, sometimes they'll say they're 17.
Okay, I get you, but that's a lot of chicks online, right? But I'm talking about like specifically
That's the range they gave me, yes.
14 and 17.
Yeah.
Okay. When did they tell you they were 14?
When we first started talking, I asked them how old, they said they were 17.
Well, I'm asking when did they say they were 14?
When they first texted me.
Okay, so they said they were 14 at first, and then.
And I said, how old are you, really? And they said, well, we're 17.
When did they say they were 17?
I don't remember exactly.
Okay, fair enough. These chicks do this like bait and switch crap online? Yeah. Oh my god. How long ago did these chicks start talking to you like this? Not just in general. Like how?
Every day, you'll get girls who'll do it.
Really? Well, what are the age ranges these give you?
Every age range.
I mean, they're not telling you they're 1 year old. I mean, come on now.
They'll tell you, you know, I'm 14 or I'm 15, and then you're like, really, how old are you? Because those aren't your pictures.
Sure.
They tell you, oh, I'm 17, I'm 18, and.
All right, dude. Are there some of the chicks that try to sell that crap on all that shit, or?
Oh yeah.
Damn, unbelievable. So, I guess how many of these accounts have you come across that have told you they were, I guess, ladies under 17? Like, just.
It depends on what they want from you.
No, but I'm saying, like, I mean, you say it's an everyday thing?
Everyday thing, yeah.
So we're talking hundreds of girls have done this shit?
Oh yeah.
What the?
And you gotta, you know, especially if you can Google their picture and it shows up somewhere else.
Oh, okay. Is that what happened with? Was her pic anywhere, or was she a little bit?
Yeah, her pic's on a couple of Facebook and Reddit.
Yeah, I mean, I figure she'd be on Facebook. I mean, I think that's where they were talking to you, right? What other apps have you seen these? I guess I can't believe they're even online in the first place. Baffling.
Instagram, X.
They're on X. I thought they were better with that. What other apps do you know? Like, is that a?
Well, I mean, you can get an app called Reverse Google. And you just put the picture in, it tells you everywhere it's been.
Okay, I see.
Or the face that you put in.
But I guess what apps have you seen these? Because I mean, I guess you're a good resource for this because I mean, I guess these parents are just absentee or whatever. I don't know what the they're doing, but like, what apps have you seen these girls try to go on or be on? Like
Instagram, X, Facebook.
Yeah.
Reddit.
Reddit?
Yeah.
Jeez, I only go on Reddit to do like car fixing stuff.
Yeah.
What the hell?
I mean, literally, yeah.
Oh my god.
Anywhere they can message you, they message you.
Got it. So are you?
And sometimes you can, by the words, you can tell that they're not from the country.
What makes you say that?
Well, they'll use different terminology than we do in America.
Oh, okay.
And you're like, yeah, you're not even here, so you're a scam totally.
Got it. So how do these girls like? Are they like? They try to like get flirtatious and all that crap, or?
Oh yeah.
Where the hell are their dads at, man? It's baffling. How do they get flirtatious?
They'll ask for pictures of you, or they'll send you one that they're, you know.
No way. You're telling me that this is actually a thing they do?
Oh yeah.
You're telling me there's 14-year-olds that send photos just like that?
Yeah, they'll do more than they'll send a whole video.
No, no, you're with me. No, it's that bad, huh? What do they? I mean, 'cause, dude, I'm telling you, like, I didn't lose. I mean, shit. In high school, I barely did anything, but I can't. You're talking middle school chicks that are just for the world. Well, what do they even do in the videos?
Well, the ones that I've heard about, they take their clothes off, dance around.
Damn. Do they? God damn. There has to be. There has to be like some guy. I mean, I don't know. Maybe have they sent some where they were like with an adult or some shit too? Like he's like, oh, this is my dad or crap like that.
There are out there that I heard of. Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
I haven't seen any, but there are out there.
So you've only seen the ones where they're just kind of with themselves?
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. Damn. So do they send that to you? Like, are they charging you for that, or do they just kind of send it for free, or is it both?
Well, it's both. They'll send it, or they'll. Oh, I can give you more racy pictures and.
Why would you buy that, dummy? What were you thinking?
Get that free on the internet.
Okay, got it.
I mean, literally.
Yeah.
You can Google it.
Fair enough. Are there like are there people online that are like adults that also get those pics that try to give them to you and all that crap, or?
Oh yeah, it depends on what they want.
So
if they want money, they'll.
Yeah.
And, oh yeah, I'm this and that, and you'll send a pic back. Then they'll send, oh, you got to pay me $300 or I'm going to place this all over the internet.
Oh, jeez. So do even these kids, do they try to ask you for pics too? I think you mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what do they ask for?
Everything.
So even. I guess how many times have they gotten that from you? Like.
You got to be careful on what you put out there because they can keep it and then use it for something else.
Fair enough.
Yeah, they can reuse your picture because once you send it to them, they can download it.
Yeah, no. So how many years have you known about this like phenomenon of underage kids trying to do this to adults?
Oh, it's so bad. It's out there on TV and Google. You can Google it and it warns you about it.
Yeah, no, I know that, but I guess when did it first start happening to you? These people trying to get you wrapped up?
Oh, like years.
Talking the 80s or like what are we talking about?
Last 5 years or so.
Oh, okay, so not that long.
And it's getting worse and worse.
What makes you say it's getting worse?
Because it used to be 3 or 4 a day. Now it's like 15, 20 a day.
I'm sorry, my mind's blown. Even when I was in my days of just all these, I didn't even talk to 20 chicks a day.
You don't. They just email you and you have to go through it and start deleting.
And these are all underage?
No, they can say they are, or they can be normal age. It's just.
Well, I guess what percentage end up saying that, oh, I'm underage?
Well, I guess, I'd say out of 20 pictures, you might get 3.
That, and we're talking photos?
Oh, yeah, they'll send, this actually get you to talk to them.
Oh, okay, so there's basically these attention-seeking middle schoolers who are like, hey, you're an older guy, here's a dude to me, talk to me.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. That's crazy, dude. And they've been doing this shit to you for 5 years.
Yeah.
Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. So I guess, are you an HVAC guy?
Yeah.
Nice. Dude, my dad did that for his whole career. He's retired now. I think he's a little bit older than you are. I'm 32, and you're older, yeah. I think my dad's like 60. I think you're younger than that, right? Yeah. Dude, quite the job, man. I really appreciate it because, my fat ass gets sweaty in the summer, and I need people like you are the reason I'm alive right now, so I genuinely appreciate that, man.
All right.
How long you been doing HVAC for?
For a while.
Okay. You been your whole career, or you kind of bounced around, or?
Whole career.
Got it, man. Well, I appreciate your service. I know the job blows, kind of, not in that way, but it blows in a cool way, right? But so I do kind of want to go over. I'm sure you can understand why. I'd at least want to just make sure it's addressed, right? I mean, you're an honest dude. So, when did they start talking to you?
Oh, last year.
Really? They don't stop, do they? God damn. So they found you on Facebook. You told me that. So they told you they were 14 at the beginning, and so how'd the conversation go from there?
Really don't remember conversations. Like, well, hi, how are you?
Right.
And that was it. And then they text back, and a few more texts, and then they want, meet up. And I'm like, well, how old are you? And well, we're 17 now, and stuff like that. And that's how it escalated.
Well, Todd, let me just stop you right there. I'm going to admit I did not read all the chats. I'm a college dropout. I'm a blue collar guy. I don't like to sit there and read shit, but the reason I know they never told you 17 or 18, because that's a question I knew. Well,
not 18. They never said they were 18.
I get you, but that's a question that I know was answered before coming here. Like, I already knew they told you they were 14, so I'm not going to go back and forth and pretending to say 17 at some point. I mean, we don't have to. Okay, so can we kind of mark that off as like? Okay, I appreciate it. So, did the conversation kind of get a little bit risque, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fine.
That's fine. Yeah, dude, I'm a guy too. I have Facebook Messenger. I know how it goes. It's not like, it's not like you're here to or do any crazy shit like that, right?
Yeah,
so, okay. So, like I said, I did not read everything. How did it kind of get risque? Like, who kind of started that? What happened?
Honestly, I don't remember. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
It's a bunch of text. I don't remember.
Okay, I know you're on the encyclopedia. I get that, but what can you remember about it?
Right now, nothing, because I'm a little stressed and worried somebody's gonna. So.
Well, dude, I'm not. I mean, I hope you understand that this is a phone in my pocket. Okay, I'm not holding you here. Not gonna hurt you. Not asking you for money. Okay, I promise you, no matter what happens, none of it will involve me. You won't be me. You. I promise. Like, I think I would have pulled you out of the car at this point if I was gonna do that, right? Like, come on, man. You still living with mom, or?
Yeah.
Okay, and is that at the? I'm not gonna say it out loud, but is that the?
That's not my no.
Okay, got it. Well, do you take care of mom?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I genuinely appreciate that, because when my grandma died, she was all the way in, not Alaska, but she lived there for a little bit. I don't know if she's part Eskimo, but she was all the way in NorCal. You know where Sacramento is, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude. Nobody was there to take care of her. She had to go in a home. They treated her like dog shit, and because my dad was never in the picture. So, I mean, I appreciate you being there for your mom, and I promise you, that's not something that I want to see tarnished. So I'm not here to do that, okay? Like, I genuinely appreciate you taking care of her, seriously. So, I know you're always going to be. I know this whole conversation is going to be. It's nerve-wracking. It's hard to talk about. I totally understand that, but I promise you, there's nobody else in the world except for me that you want to talk to about this. Okay? I wouldn't be standing in front of you right now if I thought you were if I thought you were a bad person, if I thought that you were some monster or whatever, I wouldn't be here talking to you, okay? That's a promise, all right? I'm only here talking to you because I know you do well. I know you take care of mom. I know you keep fat asses like me cool, so that matters, okay? It's not. I'm not letting one internet bullshit slip up. Just say, all the good you've done is just out the window now. I don't roll that way. Some people might, but I don't, okay? I can assure you, all right? All right. Do you work? Oh, you seem to work 24/7. You off today?
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. All right, so I get it's nerve-wracking. Mind if I lean here? Thanks, man. I get it's nerve-wracking, but pretend I'm your HVAC boss, and you're working on some unit, say at this motel here with Ricardo, and you guys monumentally f***ed up the unit. All right, and it's on the CCTV camera, and your boss is like, "Yo, what happened?" And Ricardo's like, "Oh, I wasn't doing it." Or I wasn't on the unit, and somebody else is like, "Oh yeah, I messed up. I'll do better next time." Who do you think the boss would rather work with?
I'll tell you right now, I ain't gonna throw anybody under a bus. I'll take all responsibility if that's what you're asking. Whatever.
Right.
I'll take all responsibility.
Right, but basically, do you rather work with someone who takes responsibility and is honest, or somebody who's like,
yeah, I don't want to take somebody who's gonna be, who's gonna be responsible.
100%, man, and I'm the same way. I'm not employing you or anything, but I mean, I don't look at mistakes as, that's just who you are. I look at how we address those mistakes, right? And that's what makes us who we are. So, again, I'm going to ask, like, I'm not asking for every word said. I mean, I'm not here to.
I'll say I started it that way. Nobody else will get in trouble. How's that? I mean, like I said, this whole situation is beyond weird.
Yeah.
And it's got me nerve-wracked, and I'll take whatever was said. I don't remember.
Okay.
Honestly, to be honest with you,
Sure.
I don't remember everything.
I get that.
No, but if something was said, I'll say I initiated it.
Okay. I appreciate
way-
your honesty. That's what it
that
looked like
way,
from the messages.
It's covered. So.
Okay. And I appreciate you taking responsibility, and that shows that you are a man who has integrity, and I was right to come talk to you about it. Were there any like pictures sent between the two of y'all, or?
No.
Okay.
No.
Fair enough. Did she ask you to send her pics?
Yeah, she did, but no, I'll say just normal.
Okay. Were there any where you maybe got a little bit carried away and went a little bit maybe too far with some of the pics? Okay. What pics were sent?
Me.
Yeah, no, I saw your face, but is there anything else that was in those pics?
I'm sure there was.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure there was.
Okay. Would it make sense that we have some pics that were sent to her from you?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I'm not obviously, I'm not trying to antagonize, but I guess what brought you to send those pics to her?
I would say word, but I don't remember honestly.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure conversation led kind of that way, but
right.
I don't remember honestly.
Yeah, I get it. It's just talk online and
Yeah.
shit happens. I
Yeah.
see. Did they send you any at all, or?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
Cool.
Yeah. Like I said, I'll take responsibility for all of it.
Fair enough, man. Are you the type that, I mean, you seem to be, but are you the type that really just overcomes his mistakes and just takes responsibility for things? Okay. So we're going to put that to the test right now. May I see those burner phones?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you kind of show them to me? I just want to make sure they're... Set a... I just want to make sure there's not like a bomb or something. May I hold it for a sec?
Not bomb.
Okay. Macy? I'm not going to take it from you. I'm not going to steal it from you, obviously. I'm just asking
it's not even open.
Maybe you see the package there? All right, you can just pass the package if you don't mind. Okay. Is it one or two burner phones you have?
Two.
Two? Okay. So, you're telling me you're somebody who acknowledges when we kind of make a mistake, and I'll tell you what I'm about to ask you. I fully know the answer to. So, if you're honest with me about it, then what you're telling me is true, and this is somebody who I like to work with, man. And I'll just preface it with this: I know people get carried away sometimes. I understand it. Obviously, if I thought you were gonna, do anything crazy like kidnap, I wouldn't be here talking to you, right? So, what were the burner phones for?
They said they couldn't, they'd get in trouble talking to me and stuff.
Okay.
And I told them to give them phones that they could.
Okay. Was there anything else with the burner phones that was mentioned? Like, you could...
You could send pictures to me and video call me since they said they could.
Okay.
Their computer was...
Fair enough. So, what kind of pictures were we kind of asking for with that? You're a responsible guy.
Any picture, any
Okay.
picture.
Okay.
I mean...
Where's the camera at that we brought?
Camera?
Mentioned that was going to be brought too. Where is?
You can see I don't have a camera. I have my phone.
Okay.
And the seat. That's it.
Okay. Where's the lubricant?
I don't have any.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay. So that was for them to kind of, be a little bit naughty, sneak away from their parents. Yeah, I've been there when I was 14. It's fine.
As you can see, I don't have them.
Okay. I hear you. So, were you going to charge them for those phones, or just kind of give it to them for free? Or? Okay. So, we're very responsible here, right? That was a huge step to taking responsibility, and I genuinely appreciate it. So what was kind of the plan with them today, then?
I just want to meet them, see if they're real.
Sure.
And do whatever they wanted to do.
Okay, fair enough, because there was obviously some talk, right, of like, we're going to...
if you've read them, you can see I said, we'll do whatever you want to do. I just want to meet you.
I appreciate that. So basically, you'd only do this stuff with them if they were the ones who were like, I want to do it, I want to do it?
Yeah.
Okay, I appreciate it. Was that with both of them, or just one, or?
They both said it.
Okay, so the farthest you'd go is consensual, no, am I correct?
Yeah.
Okay, I appreciate your honesty, man. That's another checkbox that we can say, okay, that's a lot better than.
I literally told them I'll only do anything that they're comfortable with. If they don't want to meet, that's fine. Just let me know.
Dude, that is super appreciated.
I literally told them all I want to do is meet and talk.
Okay, and then whatever else happens is their decision.
They do whatever. Yeah.
Okay, so you're not here to force any. You'd only do it if they're the ones doing that crazy shit.
Yeah.
Okay. So I do want to ask. There was some type of thing where you kind of suggested, like, hey, would you want to see this video of somebody your age kind of doing something like this? Where the hell are we even getting that crap from?
They sent it to me.
They?
Yeah. Whoever was on Facebook, I think the name's under.
So it was a guy sending a video of a girl.
I don't know. Once they sent it, it was under. I was like, later.
Okay, just kind of like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
What was the girl doing in that video?
I was an older guy.
Did this girl look experienced, or was she like?
She looked like she knew what she was doing.
At what age?
I don't know. She looked like young.
Like, we talking 5, 6, or?
Oh God. Teens.
So.
I would say middle teens.
14, 15. Oh, 15, 16.
Something like that. And,
okay.
Yeah, I'd say that age, but you can't really know nowadays.
Yeah, no, of course. Did Andy just kind of say this is a girl doing this with a guy?
I got more if you want to buy them.
Okay, I think that kind of tells us what it was. Fair enough.
Later.
So what's up with that Telegram app?
I had everybody says you get Telegram.
I'm sure that was a great decision, right?
Yeah, well, I don't go on it. But
is Telegram like groups or individuals, or kind of both?
As far as I know, it's just individuals.
Okay.
But I think there's groups. I think there's channels.
Okay. How many channel invites do you think we've got, or group invites?
Channel bunch.
Okay. Do you think, and again, responsibility here, right? Do you think what's been on the channels has been the most appropriate stuff?
It depends on the channel, but some yes and some no.
Yeah. Well, the ones that are inappropriate, what are we getting at here?
Inappropriate?
Yeah.
They have ones with animals and stuff like that.
You're not posting that shit with animals, are you?
No.
Oh, good, good.
No, I don't go on those.
Oh, okay, well, thank God.
And, they have films and yeah.
Well, I've heard of indie films, but not films.
Yeah,
I guess there's a difference between those.
Apparently so.
Okay, so if we're talking, what ages are we talking?
Oh, they're I guess whatever they make over there. I mean,
yeah.
The one I seen that I couldn't understand what they were saying, which why watch them?
Right.
They were adults.
Okay. Well, what are some of the age ranges these? Like, are the groups like in or whatever? Or?
Well, it depends on the group.
Okay.
Some are. I'd say.
Oh, dude, you're talking some pretty crazy people in there.
It shoots the gambit.
Yeah, dude. What would you say is the age ranges they've posted in those groups?
From I guess teens to adults.
Okay.
I mean, I've seen old guys in them.
Listen, dude, I know you got a thing for probably 16 or 17-year-olds. I don't give a fuck about that, all right? That's like most of the world age you can send 16, 17. I'm not going to judge a guy for liking, new but developed tits, okay? I'm right there with you. I think I got to rephrase this a little bit. I'm not asking what you go to the groups for, because if you want to be a little bit naughty to a 17-year-old dude, that's kind of on you. Might be a little bit weird to some people. I don't give a fuck about it. I'm asking you how low these other idiots are posting, because that might be a group I want to go into and try to see who's actually doing that shit, right? So help me figure out what.
If you want, I mean, they're out there that they're way underage.
I mean, yeah, like, what would you say is one of these idiots posted in there? Just eyeballing it.
I don't know. I seen one that looked like she was in her, like 7, 8, 9, somewhere in there.
No shit.
Yeah, but like I said, that's not.
Yeah, it's not your gig, right? But
I never watched it. I just.
Well, I'm gonna.
Threw it away.
I get you threw it away, but you know, I'm not gonna assume that you watched it because you liked it. I'm just gonna ask why, or I'm not gonna ask why it was watched. I'm just gonna ask what was happening in it because I know it was watched.
I didn't.
Well,
per se watch it. You know, like I said, I skipped through it.
Well,
but yeah, they were having
a 7-year-old.
Yeah.
They do that.
Apparently so.
What race was this this chick? Was it a chick or a boy?
I guess it was a guy having with a girl.
Okay.
With a a girl.
What region of the world did it look like they were?
I would say that was.
Oh yeah, I'm so surprised. God, yeah. We should just open the border and let more of them in, right?
I mean, that's really. I can't judge ethnicity.
Oh yeah, one of those. Okay.
Hispanic.
Yeah, I got you. I'm just saying they're kind of crazy outside of our borders, man.
And I mean, the guy definitely looked. So.
Okay. But you know, it can be misconstrued with sometimes. Like I dated a Salvadoran chick in high school, and all these people give me shit like, "Oh, you were dating an." But I'm like, no, I swear it was Salvadoran. But you know, I guess people still won't believe me if I say that. But they can get misconstrued. What makes you think it was, but not?
The way the guy looked.
Okay.
I didn't watch the video, so I couldn't tell you what they were speaking.
Okay.
But
well, how do you know they were having?
How do I know? Because as soon as you clicked on the video, it was them having.
Okay, so it was like immediately. How long was the video?
30 seconds.
You seen your mom, right?
No.
That's how serious this is.
Hey, bro.
This is serious.
Hey, bro.
Nobody else in here.
I know it's crazy. He ain't arrested me or nothing.
Why would we arrest you?
Because he's saying my mom's name. Bro, I would destroy this whole room.
For what?
For no reason.
That ain't gonna happen.
What?
That's not what we're here for. What?
On December 21st, 2019, police in Arkansas responded to a 911 call regarding a woman found in a pool of blood. Upon arrival, officers encountered a visibly distraught man, William Glover, frantically screaming and pacing outside the residence. William told officers he had gone into the living room to check on his wife and discovered her lying on the couch, covered in blood and unresponsive. Officers immediately cleared the residence to ensure it was safe. Paramedics arrived shortly after and confirmed that the woman, later identified as Sonia Glover, showed no signs of life. While inside the home, officers also encountered another male, 19-year-old Carson Glover, William's son. When asked what had happened, Carson claimed he didn't know, stating he had just come into the living room to see what was going on. Carson was escorted out of the house, and the home was secured as a crime scene. Both William and Carson were transported to the police station for further questioning. The following interview captures Carson's account of what unfolded that day.
I'm Detective McDermott, Sherwood Police Department. Along with me here is Sergeant Hicks, and in front of me is Carson Glover, and he has a birth date of 8/18/2000, and this reference incident number. And this is a reference to an incident at. All right, Carson. What I spoke to you about before was this form right here. It's your Miranda rights form. Okay. So what I need you to do is go ahead and fill out that top part right there, and then we'll go over it together. Okay. Okay. Do you have a phone on you right now?
Yeah, but it's dead.
Okay. Okay, so what we're gonna do is you just keep holding the pen.
No, I don't remember my phone number.
Okay. If you don't mind, just place it up here on the table right here for me, okay?
My phone?
Yeah. All right, we'll just leave it over there so that way if it goes off, I know you said it's dead. You understand that reference out? Oh yeah. Go ahead, in there. You understand that you can work? You understand that you have a copy lawyer for asking questions? Have we questions? You understand that a lawyer will be pointing at you about you? You understand that you decided to answer questions about life, you'll still have a right to stop answering questions anytime. I've heard the bus takes my rights, and I don't want to speak with executive at this time. I'm saying no one doing no public make will do no perfect work anytime. Go ahead, then. I'll sign please. So Carson, go ahead and tell me yesterday, you know, your whole day, from the time you woke up.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Okay, first when I woke up, I split a little firewood because we almost had a whole load to take down the street to sell the firewood. So we, after we did that, we took it down the street and sold the firewood.
And who's we?
This is at like 2 o'clock, and this is me and my dad.
Okay.
And then, let me think for a second. When my mom got there, well, when me and my dad got there, my mom wasn't there, and I called her, and she said she was at Goodwill, Dollar Tree, going to Jacksonville Goodwill, saying she's gonna be back later. So she didn't get there till like, I'd say about 5:30, and then what happened? I knew this was gonna happen, but at 5:30, what happened? Oh yeah, me and my dad, we got a fire pit going because he was gonna make some cheeseburgers on the fire.
Mm-hmm.
And then, hold on. But you see, time out. That's all correct. But there was like times where I kept leaving and my dad kept leaving. So like I don't know the order. You know what I mean?
Okay, well just
like I would go to my friend's house, and then I would come go to my house. Then I would go to another friend's house, and my dad would be over here going to his friend's house, going to go get some more firewood. You know what I mean? Like I was over here going to my friend's house, hanging out with my friends, and my dad was working pretty much.
So let's start back real quick, okay? And we'll walk through it, okay?
Yeah,
I'll help
yeah.
you with. So what time did you wake up yesterday?
About 10:45.
10:45. Okay, and you were at your house at.
Yes, I was.
Okay, was anybody else in the residence?
Yeah.
Who?
My mom and dad.
Okay, and.
Wait, today's Saturday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, now it's Sunday.
Mom and dad. Yeah.
Okay. And so you woke up. Then what happened?
Just a normal day, really. My mom goes out shopping, and me and my dad go sell firewood.
Okay. And y'all were selling firewood till when?
You said till when?
Yeah.
That took probably. Well, we had to split it and deliver it, so it probably took about 45 minutes completely.
And what time would that be?
Okay, woke up at about around 2.
Around 2? Okay. All right. So you got done selling the firewood. Then what happened?
When we got back to the house, my mom's car was gone. So I called her, and she said she was. She said she was at Dollar Tree at the time, but she was shopping around. And then she said she was going to Goodwill, which she always does that on Saturdays. And I mean.
Okay, so she was out shopping. What time did she get home?
About 6.
About 6 o'clock.
It was getting dark.
It was getting dark. Okay.
Yeah.
And then what happened when she came home?
See, at that point, I do not remember.
Okay.
Cause I know at one point, me and my dad, we made a bonfire. But then we put the bonfire out because I wasn't watching it or some bull crap like that. My dad was tripping, but that's whatever. And then what happened? I don't even remember if my dad was there. Hold on 1 second. Oh no. I got the bonfire going, right? And then I went to my friend's house, Hunter, whatever. Y'all probably know him. He's a good kid or whatever. But and then when I got back to my house, that's when my dad got mad about the fire being left there like it was.
Okay, was the fire in the front yard, backyard, or something?
Side yard.
The side yard? Okay.
Yeah.
And what time did you get back home from hunting?
That was probably like barely before 8.
Okay.
Yeah. And then what?
No, keep going.
And then the only other place I know I went is about 10 o'clock. I went down to get some smoke.
Where did you get smokes at?
Down the street. Just
where at down the street?
I knew this little kid that was just.
Okay.
I'm just saying that's the only place I went.
Okay. So, what time was that?
That was right about 10 o'clock because he was telling me he was about to go to bed.
Okay, so your dad told you he was about to go to bed?
No, that guy, that kid.
Oh, the kid said that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you got home around 10 o'clock, you said? Who was all at the residence when you got home?
I know my mom's car was there.
Did you see your mom?
She was laying down on the couch.
Okay. Did you speak to her? Did you see her?
No, I'm trying to remember my dad's truck was there. No, well, yeah, she was sleeping on the couch.
Okay. So she was sleeping on the couch, and then what happened?
After what?
Well, you walk in, you seen her sleeping on the couch, then what'd you do?
Well, I probably went to my room, but no, I was trying to figure out what I did before then. Because I don't remember, like, if my dad was there. It's just like a whole bunch of different variations. Like, if my dad's not there, I'm going to get my friend to come back over. And it's, I don't know how to describe it to you. It's like a bunch of crazy life stories you have to be with. You got to be with our friends to know, I guess.
All right, well, look,
That's probably what it is.
Carson, this is what I'm trying to figure
I
out.
don't want the person that gets hurt, I don't want you to know nothing about them.
What do you mean by that?
They killed my mom.
Well, explain what you...
Chainsaws. Machetes. What do you mean? Y'all are talking to me. I have a brother, too.
Well, we can only talk one at a time.
Exactly. That's stupid.
Okay. Well, Carson, listen. I'm just trying to understand your timeline and where you're at and where everybody else is.
I know. I understand that.
That's all
It's
I'm
hard
trying
for
to
me to, like, you know.
And I'm going to walk with you. It's fine, okay? We can take our time, okay? I'm not rushing you. It's fine.
And if I had my phone, it would be easier to tell the time.
Tell you what, I can go get a cord.
Please.
He'll charge it for you, okay?
Okay.
Is it a Samsung cord or
iPhone?
Yeah, you mind if I take it to the office, plug it in so I can charge it up?
No.
I've got a cord in there that we can plug it in.
So, all right, you got home around 10, and your mom was sleeping on the couch.
Right.
And she wasn't hurt or anything?
I ain't mess with her.
Well, I know that. I'm saying she wasn't hurt.
I didn't mess with her. I
Okay.
seen afterwards. So, okay, but I didn't walk over there towards her.
Okay. So tell me, after she was done, she was sleeping on the couch.
And then, oh my God.
What did you do? You said you probably went to your room. Or
Wait,
what?
What was your question?
You said after you seen her sleeping on the couch, you said you probably went to your room.
Yeah, I either went to my room or fireplace, maybe.
Okay, which is it? Which one did you do? Did you go to your room?
Maybe both.
Okay. Then what happened after that? Did you go to sleep or just stay in your room? Or
No, I did go out to the fire. Alright, I went to my room, then I did go back to the fireplace. Went back to my room, and then that's when my dad got there. And then I heard screaming. I ran in there, and then I instantly seen a pillow right there covered in blood.
Where was the pillow at?
It was like in the middle of there's like this little hallway going to the living room. It was right there.
Okay.
And
So
I think my dad like threw a sling or something.
Okay. So the fireplace.
I'll never
Where's the
forget that.
fireplace? Is this an indoor or outdoor fireplace?
Fireplace, the little fire pit. It's
Okay,
a small fire
Are
pit.
you talking about the fire pit? Okay. So you said you went out to the fire pit, and then what'd you do?
Just sit there.
Okay. And
I do that
and
about
then
every
you
night.
said your dad got home. That's what you just said.
I went inside before my dad.
Okay. You
Yeah.
went inside. Okay.
Yeah, I went inside before my dad got home because the fire was out, and then whenever I was just sitting in my room, and then my dad got home, and I heard a bunch of screaming, and that's when I ran in there, rushing in there. I don't even remember what he was saying, but he was screaming and stuff, and all I seen was a pillow, and I just walked out because I couldn't look at it.
Where'd you walk to?
Where did I walk to?
Where'd you go after that?
Like after I seen the pillow? Honestly, I can't. I don't know. I think I kind of like walked, then went.
And what was your dad wearing when you seen him? Do you remember?
Nope, no idea.
Okay. How long did your dad
Probably
get home?
some camo, but
How long was your dad home from the time you heard the screaming?
How long was he home since I heard the screaming? Like my dad just got home, then I heard the screaming.
Well, that's what you said earlier. You said you weren't sure if he was home, and then you said he just got
Nah,
home.
he was freaking out. He wasn't like screaming, you know.
How did you know your dad just got home? Is what I'm trying to ask.
I heard the door.
You heard which door?
The door, the red door.
The front door?
The front door is loud. I mean, you can hear it.
Okay. And then after you heard the door open, then what?
And then I still stayed in my room, and then like 2 seconds later, he said, "She's dead." That's exactly what he said.
Okay. How did he say it?
Screaming.
Okay. Do you know who would do this to your mom?
No.
When was the last time that you saw your mom alive for sure?
Well.
You said you got back home.
6, 7.
Okay. But when you went to go get the smoke,
she was laying down on the. Whenever I left, last time I seen her, she was laying down on the couch and
in the living room.
Yeah.
And what time was that?
Probably about 6 or 7.
Okay.
Around 6 or 7.
And then you left, got smokes.
Right. I went 2 different places, got 2 different smokes, and at 2 different times. And one of them took about 30 minutes, and then one of them took about 15.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Right after that.
And then what'd you do after you got the smokes?
And then I went to my fireplace.
Which you mean the fire pit? When you
Fire
say
pit.
fireplace.
Yeah.
And what time was that about?
I already told you what time I got to the fire pit, but it was probably about. Oh dang! I don't remember what I told you. It was probably about 9.
Okay. So you're stating that the last time you seen your mom alive was around 6, or is it something else?
Yeah, but that question ain't really making a lot. The last time I seen my mom, it's really like you just want to eat his board right here.
When was the last time?
Whenever I left.
Okay, what time was that?
Well, okay, whenever I left the first time.
Okay. About what time was that? Was it light outside? Dark?
It was light. Yeah, it was pretty light.
Okay. So the sun hadn't gone down yet when the last time you seen your
It was
mom?
pretty light now. The sun might have been going down, but it was pretty light.
It's still light enough you can see outside.
Yeah.
Okay. And that was the last time you seen your mom? And she was on the couch?
But no. See, you're confused. I need my phone.
That's what we're just trying to make sure that we're on the same page with you. We want to understand.
What?
A couple of your statements, your timeline kind of keeps mixing up, so that's what I'm trying to.
I'm really good at that, though. I'm good at that. I'll admit that.
Well,
like timelines and like on points, exactly 9 o'clock. I'm good at that.
Well, that's all
What's
we're
up?
trying to establish. So let me ask you this: you said a statement earlier. You said you knew this was going to happen. What did you
I
mean
ain't
by
say that. No, I did not say that.
Well, actually, I wrote it down when you said it.
I knew
So
this was gonna happen.
You said it, and I wrote it down right when you
I
said
knew this. No, I never.
Okay.
I didn't say. No. Time out.
it. Okay, it's fine.
I might have said something similar or
Okay,
whatever.
what did you mean?
No, when did you hear me say that?
Right
I'm
at the beginning?
curious.
Yeah, right at the beginning.
Of here?
Mm-hmm.
I knew this was going to happen. And, well, I was. About what? You knew what was going to happen.
I'm trying to ask you what you meant by that.
Well, shoot, I'm over here freaking out. I think I'm, like, in jail right now.
You're not in jail.
I know,
You're not.
but it's just the way I am.
We're trying to figure out what happened to your mom, okay?
Can we? That's taken care of. What are we doing? Let's like put in some investigation or
That's
something.
what we're doing.
That's what we're doing right now. Okay.
We have to get the timelines. Everybody that's seen her. We got
Some
the we got the
damn
bill.
kid probably.
Why do you think that? Is there a kid in particular?
Not
you think?
particular. Well, there was, but I don't really think so.
Who?
No, that. I mean, he's done for.
Alright. Well, let me ask you this. I want to help me understand what it's like in your household living there. How would you describe living there at your house?
It's arguments. It's pretty. I mean, it's arguments and fights all the time.
Okay.
But it's not like no or fighting. It's like
who's arguing?
Pouring milk and Mountain Dew on each other type of fighting.
Right. Well, who's
that
fighting?
happened
I mean,
last,
is that between
that happened
you
last
and,
night.
and mom, or you and
No.
dad, or
Dad, them two.
you talking about you two being, or them two being your mom and dad?
Yeah.
Okay.
That happened last night.
What happened last night?
My dad poured Mountain Dew on my mom.
Okay.
And one time poured coffee on it.
What time did that all happen?
That one happened a while back. The coffee was yesterday. I mean, the Mountain Dew was yesterday. And something else serious happened yesterday, but I can't remember.
Tell us about it.
I'm thanking you, man. Like, it's just.
Listen, Carson.
I'm a good kid, you know.
We've been through a lot, okay? But we have to get through this.
I know. I'm trying to help you. You know, I'm trying to give you good
Tell us about
information the best I
something else
can.
serious that happened.
Okay, let me think. Not to my mom though.
What did you
That's
mean
the
by that?
thing.
You said something else serious happened. That's what we're just trying to figure out. What?
Something serious about what?
Well, I don't know. That's what you said.
I mean, like, no, just petty stuff, really. Like the freaking Mountain Dew, that crap.
What caused that? What happened to make your dad pour Mountain Dew?
Because they're bored and they want to argue about something. Duh, just like
You know what
every
they-
other human.
What were they arguing about? Do you know?
Let me think. Nah, they wasn't arguing about nothing at all.
He just come in and poured Mountain Dew on her for nothing?
But it's not like abuse or nothing. It's like a small argument. I don't know what they were arguing about, but
Where did that happen?
but Dad was probably just like, nah. She said, "You won't pour that on me? I bet you I will." Just like that.
After, where were they at when he poured the Mountain Dew?
I was in my room, and this happened in the living room, but I could hear all of it, and I seen him pour the coffee on her.
What happened after?
Hot coffee.
When was that?
That was a couple months ago. That was like 3 months ago. But my dad's he's not a bad person though. He's kind of he's a little crazier, you know.
What happened after he poured Mountain Dew on her?
Well, actually, I don't know because I was in my room. Next thing I know, they both ran outside and then they locked themselves out. So I had to go unlock them in. And then my mom was trying to scratch me and stuff. But
that was tonight?
That was yesterday.
Well, what time was that?
Like 11 o'clock. I'm surprised the cops didn't call in.
Like 11 o'clock last night?
Mm-hmm. Like they were screaming super loud.
And they locked themselves out of the house?
Yeah. That was accident.
Well, I mean,
something happened. I don't really know what happened there.
I'm just writing notes so I don't forget what you're saying.
So they were arguing, and you said it's around 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the yard screaming.
Was anybody else at your house?
Mm-mm.
And then what happened?
Like, you better get your stuff. I'm gonna throw your stuff out in the yard. But they always be saying that.
Who was saying that then? Your mom or your dad?
Seems like my dad was saying that.
Okay.
But when my dad says it, he's more serious about it. Cause like he's walking towards the stuff to throw out.
And then what happened?
That's pretty much it, really.
So they're arguing in the front yard, and then did you let him in, or at this point, okay, you let him in?
Yeah, cause my mom was bing. Yeah.
Okay, and then what happened once they came in?
Well, my mom started scratching me and stuff.
Scratching you where?
She just on my face. She was saying, "Why didn't you come to the door sooner?"
And then?
But
then what happened?
Was that fight over? Yeah, that fight was over. They cooled off after that.
Okay. So from the point that they were fighting and your mom was scratching your face to when you found her, how long was that time?
Hold on, time out, my bad. You lost me completely.
Okay. From the moment that they were arguing in the front yard and then you let them inside, okay, how long was it until you found your mom on the couch and a pillow?
No, that was the day before.
Oh, all that happened the day before?
No, the first part of that happened the day before.
The fighting in the front yard? Okay.
Yeah.
That happened Friday?
Was that yesterday?
No, that was Saturday. It was yesterday.
Okay, well
It's Sunday morning now.
I know, that's confusing. So yeah, I guess it was Friday.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what you seen your
What
mom?
time?
Was it that your dad was cooking burgers?
What time did y'all get there? Do y'all know?
11:53.
It was like 9 o'clock then.
9 o'clock. Okay. And was he cooking by himself, or were you helping, or was she helping?
By herself.
Okay.
Where was she at during that time?
I think she was still laying down. I'm not sure. I ran off again because, like, whenever they're distracted, that's my chance to take off. You know what I mean? It's my only chance because they be on. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna ask you another question. I want you to be truthful. Okay. Does your dad own any type of firearm? Handgun, rifle?
My dad?
Yes.
I don't know what my dad does.
Well, doesn't he like to hunt and stuff?
I don't know if my dad owns a firearm.
Are there any in the house? Do you own one?
Okay, see, now that's a problem because there's no guns. No guns. There's no guns.
Alright,
There's
Carson.
one? Okay.
What?
Are you being 100% truthful?
They're not mine for sure.
I didn't say they were yours. I'm just asking, are there any guns in the house? Because you know there's ways that we can test.
Okay,
Are there any guns in the house?
I don't know if my dad has any guns in the house, but look, I do, but you won't find them.
It's not to get anybody in trouble. We're just trying to answer that question.
I know. I don't know if my dad does or not. I don't think he does, cause a bunch of people took his rifles and shotguns and all this.
When they got stolen?
Yeah. Yeah. See, look, you even know about that too. Where they at?
Well, I don't know.
Come on, at least slide up and let me know where they at.
We're not going to talk about
That's more important then.
But we're trying to figure out, was there any guns in the house in the last 24 hours?
Oh, ask him.
Well, they are asking him, but we're asking you if you
He's
know.
already.
I just don't want to get him in trouble for the guns. Got no
Listen, we've already talked to
out of
him.
there.
We've already talked to him, and we already know his answer. Okay, what I'm asking is you, so I can figure out where you're at. Okay, are there any guns in the house? We already asked him. He already told us. We're trying. That's why I'm asking you. So now's the time to be honest.
Trying to establish that level of credibility here. Do you know what that means?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
So we've already talked to him. That's why I'm asking you. Are there guns in the house? We may already know this answer. I'm asking you.
I don't know. Not in my room. My room is like you gotta.
I didn't ask in your room. I said the whole house.
You gotta go like all the way down the hall. Then you take a left. But then there's a booby trap. So don't go in there.
What booby trap?
In my room, it's you know like one of those little mouse traps.
Yeah.
All right, Carson.
What?
Are there any guns at your house?
Not mine. I
didn't say they were yours.
Hey, look.
I'm asking if there's a gun
It's
in your
not going to
house.
get your dad in trouble to say that there is.
Yes.
Because it sounds like you're trying to avoid that question, and you just said that you didn't want to get him in trouble.
So we've already talked to him.
So what y'all gonna do? What do you say? What y'all gonna
Well, that's
do?
what we're trying to get
We're
you
trying to see.
if you're telling me the truth.
Okay, then the truth is the truth. Then what y'all gonna do? Cause y'all already know his answer, and his answer is like the truth times 2.
Okay.
So
You haven't told us an answer. You just say, I don't know. Which is not accurate, and that's not what he's saying either. So do you know
my
if there's
answer
any
don't
guns?
really matter though. Like
Yes,
his
it
is
does.
the truth. Mine's just like
Your
an
answer does matter. Are there any guns in the house?
There might be. There might be. There literally might be.
Where would they might be located at?
In a vehicle.
Which vehicle?
I don't freaking know that.
Carson.
I don't know. My dad's is a vehicle.
Where does he keep them at?
I don't know where he keeps a damn gun.
Well, do you not go hunting with him?
No, man.
Listen, I know a father and son
We go
relationship.
hunting and then we just leave the gun there.
Look, I know a father-son relationship.
He's like, yep, you know about that.
Well, I mean, I don't know how you go hunting without a gun unless you go on
Oh
boat.
no, we don't go hunting no more. And we actually sold our. That's funny you said that. 'Cause we sold our hunting guns. My 270.
Okay.
I killed you. I shot a 12 pointer.
Listen, Carson. All right. So you said he might keep one in his truck?
No. I didn't say that.
You just said that.
He might have a gun. He might have a gun. He
Okay.
might. I don't. Honestly, I don't know.
What does it look like?
I don't know. I know it used to have
Pistol,
a.
shotgun,
Hold on now.
rifle.
Hold on now. I know it used to have a little AR thing.
Okay.
And yeah, that would have been my baby. But I like a miniature Draco. That's what I like.
Carson, look, I understand
I'm
the
just
father-son
bullshitting with you.
relationship, and I understand that you're wanting
To go home.
go home, but you're also wanting to protect him. You're
No,
scared of
I don't.
answers.
Hey, but when I get out of here, I'm not sure what the fuck I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be bouncing off walls. You know, you feel me?
Just listen. I understand
You'll
that you're
see.
scared to answer some of the questions because you're afraid you might say the wrong thing. All we want is the truth, because right now that's going to help you. You understand?
I ain't going to no court.
I didn't say you're going to court.
I already got felony.
Listen. You understand how serious this is.
No, that's the thing. I really don't think I do. I think I
Okay.
just need a plea for insanity right now.
Carson, look at me.
Plea for what?
Insanity.
You seen your mom, right?
No.
That's how serious this is.
Hey, bro. Hey, bro.
This is serious.
Hey, bro.
There's nobody else in here.
I know it's crazy. He ain't arresting me or nothing.
Why would we arrest you?
Because he's saying my mom's name. Bro, I would destroy this whole room.
For what?
For no reason.
That ain't gonna happen.
What? What?
That's not what we're here for. What we want to get justice for your mom. Is that not what you want?
It. We're trying to find who did this to your mom.
Honestly. Okay, how we gonna do it? What we gonna do?
Well, that's what we're
It's
trying
like-
to ask questions and
But no, I'm the best teammate y'all got. you
and
know?
that's why we're trying to get good
And then
information.
y'all is just some damn police officers. I just need to hit the streets myself.
Well, right now, the last two people that saw your mom are you and your dad, and that's what we're trying to establish. When somebody last seen them, what was there, what was.
I couldn't look.
Okay, well, y'all were the last
I'm
two.
gonna be traumatized.
I'm sure.
It ain't even hit me yet, by the way.
And it hadn't. Did at any time you get over near your mom or anything to even check on her?
I seen a pillow of blood right there, and that's as far as I could go.
What else did you see?
That's it. I seen my dad looking at her face.
What was he doing?
I don't know. I was getting out of the door.
Where'd you go after you seen her?
What?
Where'd you go after you seen her?
Out the door.
What does that mean?
Like, well, really, that's a lot of blood out the door. I gotta get out of here.
Okay.
What did you think happened to your mom?
So my dad kept saying she got killed.
Yeah,
She's
boy.
killed. She's killed.
Dark mode.
Was there anybody in the house besides
no.
you? Tell me who was in there besides you.
No.
What kind of relationship do you and your mom have?
We go everywhere together.
So you're saying pretty good relationship?
Yeah. Nah, like, I'm all she, like, it goes both ways. I'm all she got, and, you know, it goes both ways.
Okay.
What kind of relationship does your dad have with her?
With her? Okay. Alright, it's like my mom tries so hard to, like, get attention and love from him, but he just, like, keeps doing his own thing, pretty much. You know? But, I mean, that's kind of, like, how it goes, but it's just sad either way. You know?
How would you describe your dad?
Yeah, he a little bitch.
What do you mean by that?
Nah, he's just, he's just a butthole, but like life's torn him apart. I feel like, but he's not. He's a butthole. He's a grumpy old man. Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does he get grumpy about?
I mean, yeah, he's got other sides to him too, though. But
sure.
But pretty much, like at the house, he's a grumpy old man.
When he's at the house around your mom, describe him. What is he like?
He's a grumpy old man.
I mean, out of 100% of the time, what percent is he grumpy with her? 50-50.
Nah, I'll say 100, but sometimes he'll make some smart remarks, funny-ish remarks. You know what I mean?
To her, or with her, or
both. Yeah, yeah.
Carson, let me ask you this: did you hear anything last night? Any sounds? Anything?
Why are you still awake? That's why you don't grow. That's why you don't grow strong.
You don't grow.
I grow.
You're always sore.
Strong. I grow strong. Look at this. I'm making little portfolio, but I'm not. It's not yet done. Look at this. Making a little website, boy.
Max, gang pulled up.
No, they're flexing. Let's see, Isaac, how much you think 1 milli's gonna get me?
Did you say 1 milli?
1 milli. If they've only that much.
Why is my logo not working, Maximus? Help me.
I don't know.
Well, I hate you because you don't know.
Did I yoink it right before you get it?
If you can, that'd be great.
Later's again.
Later.
No. None at all, no.
Did you hear them talking?
Who?
Your mom and dad, or your mom or anybody?
No, because your mom has some injuries where it would take some. You would hear it.
Right, I'm
okay.
What you mean?
I mean, with that amount of blood, you would probably hear somebody getting injured. So that's why I'm asking you. Did you hear?
Injured?
Yes.